And we are here. It is episode 26. It is May 18th. It's a Thursday. We're usually going on a Tuesday. Kyle, give me that little dance again. Oh, ooh, yeah, ooh. Okay, so we have a lot to talk about, a bunch of news. I mean, obviously, it's very known that we had a video we did last week. What was it? What place was it? It was a high school.
Yeah, it was the one that the teacher was putting, or the faculty, a person was putting a camera in the locker room underneath the towels.
Yeah. Let me just get a quick.
Sun Prairie?
No, that doesn't sound right. It does not sound right, Kyle. It was Craig High School in Janesville. So we did our video, Craig High School, about this person that used a GoPro to look at underage girls, which is disgusting. But that video got 600,000 views on TikTok, and now I am taking comments I'm taking DMs from people that are just telling me about all these bad apples we got in the teacher situation throughout the state of Wisconsin. So that's basically all my news for today. Kyle's got a couple things. We have a bunch to talk about. We have a couple great TikTok ideas that we're going to end the show with. Back on the interview grind.
Uh-huh.
We are back on the interview grind.
Felt good.
Felt great. We had Matthew. He goes by Matt Rangel on. He is he's an I don't want to say influencer. That's not a great word for him.
TikTok star.
He's got a great following in Wisconsin. He bartends at 5 different bars around the Beloit, Milwaukee area. So we had Matt on. It was great to talk about his journey. It was great to talk about what it took for him to be able to get the following, to be able to make the videos, and a little dive into kind of his life. So it was great. I love talking with bartenders. They're like the absolute best people to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
They got the talking people skill because that's your job.
Yeah. And by the way, we both bartended.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it.
It was a good time.
You can meet anyone in the worworld while bartending. It's an absolute blast. So, like I said, we're gonna dive on in. I think the interview was 30 minutes. So, I mean, our episodes have usually been 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a little longer. It's gonna be a haul. Stay with us. Let's get into it, Kyle. What do we do right now?
Rock and roll.
And we are back. Okay, so we are going to hop right into news. Like I told you guys, Kyle's got kind of all the other... Oh, yeah. No. Okay, let me set the stage. So Kyle brought this fucking big garbage bag, and we don't know if this is going to be a great TikTok or if this is just going to be me and Brendan literally don't know. Brendan's our editor.
So
he's our guy, our producer. I'm going to call you a producer. It makes you seem cool. So we have this garbage bag over here that Kyle brought in, like a big old Santa Claus gift giving.
Ho.
So you have two things in there, correct?
Well, there's
three.
There's three. Two of them are segment worthy.
Segment worthy? Then what's the third one for?
You'll find out whenever I fucking open it.
Okay.
So today I was going to be late.
Yep.
And I knew that walking out of work. Mm-hmm. But I had to stop and pick this up. I knew that. So I was like, fuck. So I picked it up and I texted boys. I said, going to be late, but I have something important to show you. Just a great buy. I'm going to start this first one off with before I open it.
Okay.
Right now, the talk of the towns, garage.
Our towns?
All towns.
Oh, yeah, there's garage sales going on everywhere.
Sailing.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yep.
Well, I stumbled upon something.
You went to one?
Went to one today.
That's why you're late.
That's why I was late. Because, no. I seen it on Facebook. I seen a picture of something, and I immediately messaged them this morning at 7:30. Is this still available? And they're like, yep.
Were they posting it on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm on like this like for sale group or whatever on Facebook. And
what town?
It's like Grant County or something.
What town? Where'd you go get this?
Oh, right in Keeler.
Oh, you up at my house?
Yeah. If you know what it is, don't say it.
No, I don't. But it's our cousin.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I messaged her. I was like, "Is this for sale?" She said, "Yes." I said, "Will you hold on to it? I'll be there after work." She's like, "Yeah." So have you seen it? Do you know how to do it?
No, I don't. I saw a bunch of like toys for like kids.
Yeah, there was a lot of that there.
No, okay.
There's this.
Okay.
So the contents is inside of here that I have for the other segment.
Okay. Just grab what you need to grab out of your Santa Claus bag and let's.
You boys ready?
Yeah. Let's see this thing.
That's a fucking cooler. It's a can. Look at the fucking top of it.
Okay, all taken back. That's fucking cool.
Guess how much?
$10.
$4.
I'm
like,
I
was gonna pay $25.
Is that just like taped on there?
Yeah, it's just like a tape thing, but I mean, it's got some scuffs.
That's so retro, dude.
Up.
The can's lit. How do you get does the can pop off?
Yeah, she just pops off like that. See?
That's fucking awesome.
I seen this and I was like, immediately, I'm like,
that's so fucking cool, man. So here's my thing. We've been talking about doing a Saturday thing. I think we do like a little Saturday drink out of that.
I'm in. This is going everywhere.
Not this Saturday. You have but let's do it this summer. So that's fucking cool.
This, like, I've been. The other thing I was gonna buy.
Oh shoot. This is part of the podcast. Yeah. Kyle brought it looks like an igloo style, like old retro. What do you call those?
It says Cooler Craft.
Cooler. It's like a cooler, but it's like one of the ones that you feel like a water cooler. But it's like a beer can.
This says
Packers retro. They were just giving that away for $4.
Yeah, dude,
what a steal!
So another one that I found. This has nothing to do with this, but I seen one and I was gonna message him. It was gone. It was a picture of like the old, what the fuck's Red Man. It said like it was a picture of a red man, and I was like, "That's fucking awesome." But I got
no, you got it all. You can put the top back on it, but that's
this spins into number 2 here though.
Oh, is it in there?
We don't have to do this.
You have it in there.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 and 3.
Oh, so Kyle's just gonna run the show here. I love this.
I brought this
to try.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then
he breaks an open case of Yingling.
And then I got some Busch Lights first too, if we wanted those. But there's Yingling in this, yes.
You want to drink it right now?
Yeah.
Oh, hand me your Yingling. I've never had one. Everyone in our comments when we did the top 5 beers was saying Yingling is underrated. I'm like, I don't think they sell Yingling just willy-nilly in Wisconsin.
No, you got to find it. You got to get it like when we went to Missouri, I was able to get it.
All right. We're having some beers. I like that.
I have the... Oh, fuck. We can hold it like that, I guess. I have the
Speak words.
The lager.
Sure.
Too. This is the light lager. I have the regular.
Whoa, that's crazy. Okay. What else is in there?
That was it. The two beers.
What else is in the bag?
That's it.
But you said there's 3 things.
Yeah, the Busch Light, the Yingling.
You counted them both as fucker. Okay. All right. Well, now we got a beer. Cheers, Kyle. Cheers. We don't have to. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, we got some Yinglings here. I'm gonna put mine right here. 99 calories. What is it with beers needing to be under 100 calories? What's the big?
The best part is they're always racing.
What's the big facade behind it?
Like there's always, it's like...
No, I mean, Miller Lite's like, advertising's like, we're 1 less calories.
Yes, yeah. I know, they're always racing lower.
Who the fuck cares? If I'm drinking 15 of them on a Saturday, do you think I care?
Don't matter.
That's 15 calories. That's 15 calories.
That's some good shit.
Kyle, let's chat for a little bit about these calories situation.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to get some, I mean, of course, we're big boys, but like, when you go to buy a beer, you don't give an absolute.
No, I don't care about anything.
Like if you care about what you drink, you're gonna drink it like a Miller 64.
Yeah.
Or a Bud 55.
Yep. Select 55.
Select 55. Which, by the way, water, trash. Takes 90 of them to get drunk. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, 99 calories. Good for you guys, Yingling. That's pretty damn good. Oldest brewery since
in the U.S.
1829. Damn.
It's in Texas and Pennsylvania, from what I know.
Pottsville. Cool. Well, Yingling, get in Wisconsin, man. That's pretty good.
Yeah. There's one in somewhere in Illinois. That's where you can start getting it at. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I got this bootlegged. So.
Wow, you're crazy. Okay,
wild.
We're going to hop right into news. Kyle's going to lead us off. Like I said, we had a video that got over 500,000 views. It was about a teacher. Was it teacher or coach? Teacher, right? It was about a teacher who was a bad apple, bad guy. Overall, terrible person. Welcome to jail type vibes. He was GoProing some young girls, doing it for 2 years. Bad person, belongs in jail. See you later. But because of that, we went from like 9,000 followers just because people saw that to we are now at 19,000. Gained 10,000 since last week.
Wow.
Crazy. Mm-hmm. Welcome to Hollywood, Kyle. You are now a celebrity.
We are famous. So.
But anywho, so now people are in our DMs saying, "Oh, you thought that was bad? Look at this."
Yeah, I love
type
that.
vibes. I have people saying, "Keep me anonymous." I'm not going to say the person that
No.
DM,
Yeah,
hey,
you
Jon Snow DM me.
Yeah, you could tell us whatever. We won't say nothing.
Yeah, no, we'll keep it on the DL. We're just trying to get all the bad apples out of the high schools. Apparently,
Unless
here.
you want a shout out, we'll shout you out.
Apparently, this is becoming like I was gonna say like the church vibes, like the naughty priest over in was it Boston? Wasn't there like a thing on it or something?
Yo, okay. Off the topic of this, did you ever watch that TV show about the artificial insemination? So like, sorry,
the person? No, I did not.
the guy with
Is it crazy?
The doctor.
Mhm.
Yeah, he had like 150 kids that were his. So he'd take your sample. All right, I'll go put it in the fridge. And he just put his in there, and then you had like crisscrossing because they were in a town. So like these two would like end up dating, their brother and sister. Awful. It's a wild documentary. Watch it.
I promise you, we don't just talk about just the crappiest of crap.
Yeah, that's
but all right, Kyle, lead us off here. What do we got?
My iPad locked. 1 second. Rest in peace, the Wienermobile. We're going to pour one out for this one because that son of a bitch is legendary.
So they're changing the name.
Yeah. I don't know if it has something to do with the name of it being people didn't like it. Wiener. I don't know. But I don't know. I didn't really catch it in the
To me, it sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, I'm fucking
I mean, the wiener. It's a wiener.
Mm-hmm. They're changing the name of it to the Frankmobile.
Don't get me wrong. If they were going to change the name, like that's what I'm okay with.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. No, it's just the.
Have you seen the Wienermobile?
Yes, I've seen it in person.
Mm-hmm.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Have you rode in it?
Twice. No,
I have.
How'd you fucking?
Just fucking with you. Have not. Okay. Rip Wienermobile. Whenever you see one of those, it's always just so cool. Yeah. Oscar Mayer, it's Oscar Mayer, right?
Yep.
If you're watching, we're now celebrities since our last post.
We'll
if
have
you
a hot
want,
dog eating contest.
I will here, and I will destroy you. I will be putting water in them.
I'll choke to death.
Okay. All right, we're gonna move on to the next thing. Like I said, I told you guys, I'm getting these DMs, so all of mine are basically bad apples in the state of Wisconsin that are in the teacher field. First one we got, counselor at Lakeview Tech Academy. It's in Kenosha. If you're wondering, that is a high school. Apparently back in like the 90s, Kenosha was growing, so they needed basically a place for people to go since it was so overpopulated. They created this Lakeview Tech Academy. It's from like kindergarten to 12th grade. But anyway, it's in Kenosha, Pleasant Prairie, whatever. Joseph Pitts is now on leave. I'm pretty sure it's unpaid leave now because he was grooming underage girls. I don't know. This is hearsay. The person that DM'd me, because there isn't a lot out there right now about the situation, but what I am understanding is that he was grooming, and this is what I've been told. Again, I don't know if this is true or not. He was grooming underage girls. I have a long string. Oh no. He was grooming Jesus Christ. He was grooming underage girls, and he was targeting girls of color, of different descent than white. So, Jamie Pitts, absolute awful human being. Welcome to jail. I don't know if he's in jail or what the situation is. I just know he's on unpaid leave. That's all I got. Like I said, people are reaching out, telling me all that stuff. And he's a counselor, so that's even worse. And I also looked up, and I'd love for someone to tell me if this is true. I think like in 2018, a teacher got caught doing something real naughty at this school. So, God, I think this school we gotta lock her down here.
Yeah, you gotta
figure out what the fuck's going on. Okay, what do you got?
Newest on the news. Caught it on the news today.
Mm-hmm.
Quick Trip ranked #1 among gas stations in the U.S.
I think everyone here understands our love for Quick Trip.
Yeah.
They deserve this award every time.
A lot of these in this list, I don't even
Can you name the list? Give me the list.
#1, Quick Trip.
Mm-hmm.
#2, Hy-Vee.
That's not a gas station.
Well,
wait, what is this supposed to be?
Gas stations in the U.S.
Okay. Oh, yeah, Hy-Vee's got gas stations.
Yeah, gas stations, which are nice. They're kind of like
yeah.
Quick Trip.
They're not. Oh, they're not. Don't put them in the same.
You know,
Hy-Vee's good at what they do, but their gas stations.
No,
trash.
it's nothing the same. But
keep going.
Racetrack.
Never heard of it.
Royal Farms.
Never heard of it.
Maverick. Parker's. Sheets. Loves. I've heard of Loves before.
Yep.
Loves Travel Stops.
Mm-hmm.
Quick Trip with a Q.
Mm-hmm. Trash.
Yeah.
If you're going to get Quick Trip, you might as well go to the one with the K, because the one with the Q, they might as well just follow that word and quit.
Yeah. And then Sap Bros Travel Center.
Don't know any of those. Are those in the U.S.? Or those world?
No, this is U.S.
That's crazy. Maybe I got to get out
I'm
more.
pissed. There's 2 that aren't on there. You ever been to a Flying J?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking awesome.
Yes.
#2.
That deserves it.
Come and Go.
Come and Go's cool too, but I honestly don't care. I only go to a Quick Trip.
I seen someone on the internet say, if you want to start a fight in different locations, start picking on people's gas station of choice in their state.
Yeah, no, it's a huge thing. Like, I don't know why, but like how do I say this? How do I put this nicely? Like, my wife, my newborn son, Quick Trip. Like, I don't know why. It's just like a thing for Wisconsinites. Like, we care more about Quick Trip, about our gas station, than you care about your like, about like great things in your life. Like, we, for some reason, we like that Culver's, like, when we think of our, like, that's a personality for us.
Yeah.
Like, Quick Trip's our personality.
You can get the whole deal there. That's the ticket.
That's the ticket. You know, I just think with Quick Trip, for one, they're amazing on social media. Not only that, but like, you go in there and I might just be going in for like a little chicken Sammy. I'm going to walk out maybe with a dreamsicle milk, a Nature's Touch, chalky milk maybe. I might even get like a meal to go.
Yeah, I might stop at the one on the way home today.
You deserve it.
Just cause.
They need to redo the Cuba City Quick Trip though.
Redid the outside. It needs to lay out the inside. Needs to be better.
All right. Well, good for you guys, Quick Trip. Kyle, let's give them a little. All right, show our love to Quick Trip. All right, on to the next one. Like I told you guys, I'm just basically looking at all the shitheads that are teachers in this state. Greenfield High School teacher is now on leave due to inappropriate relationship. For one, Greenfield High School is not giving out any information. I'm sure people in that area know exactly who this is, but I don't. So if you do, throw it in the comments. We don't care. Let us know who this bad apple is. But I think what I'm seeing is that a video of them went viral on Snapchat of a teacher and a student walking together. I think that is what I kind of dug up. And like I said, I didn't see anything. I'm just going to look at, because like I said, these people are DMing me.
Didn't you? I thought you had a video of something.
No, this person just said, can you talk about the Greenfield High School teacher? And then he gave me a link. And like I said, I don't have any other information, but apparently this teacher is in a relationship with one of the students. A lot of he said, she said, but all in all, I think that's like the number one rule if you're going to be a teacher. You cannot get into a relationship with your students.
They will fry you.
Yeah, that's like, and I don't know exactly how teachers work. Is there like not a union, but like a...
You sign some sort of agreement.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
I believe so.
Yeah.
And that puts you in a...
Saying that you are adult, they are like teens.
Well,
This is just bad apples. And I said it last episode, Kyle. I said it. I said, I wonder how many bad apples there are in like this workforce of people who are teachers that are doing inappropriate things, either like with compliant students who like are wanting to do it, or with student, like they're making students do it, or like the guy last week who's just GoProing them while they're showering, which is disgusting. So Greenfield High School, do better. Also Lakeview Tech, do better. And Watoma High School, the next one, do better. Okay, you go.
All right, this one, there's a picture of it, which we can show you later. Wisconsin man raises awareness for potholes in the road. Did you see this?
No.
Oh my God. So hold on one second here to get back to my page here, because you have to fucking see this. All right. This is what the road sign says. Okay. He puts up road signs.
Oh, he does?
He did, yeah.
What's his name?
Patrick Meyer got tired of driving home and having his car shaking from hitting several potholes. So he wrote the sign and leaves it in yards. Fix the roads. Had better roads in Vietnam.
Let me see the sign. Oh my God. It is true though. I mean, I'm not saying the Vietnam, obviously I have no idea, but I'm saying like it is true that once summer comes, all those potheads, and you're just bouncing, especially county roads in Wisconsin.
We got 2 roads right now that I know of. The one that's in town here, and then the one that goes.
Which one? Which one's got a pothole
right
in
in front
town?
of your house. That one's awful.
Where?
Right in front of your house.
Oh, the frontage road.
Yeah, that's awful. That was, I roll my ankles on that, and I walk on it.
Nothing's worse than pothole. Okay, we're gonna have a little Wisconsin pothole talk here, quick. Maybe this will make a TikTok segment. Maybe it won't. I think what's worse than a big pothole is a bunch of small ones. Because as a guy with tits, you really feel yourself being fat.
There was
like you truly feel how chubby you are when you're hitting a couple of them, and not your belly, your leg. I mean, everything's just moving.
Your tits are slapping your face.
No, okay, yeah. So, but potholes are everywhere.
I think I seen somewhere that there was a motorcycle.
You think or you know?
I can't remember.
Kyle, we're running a professional Wisconsin news channel here.
Yeah, we might have to look this one up, but I swear I seen that there was a motorcyclist that was getting charged with like some sort of public property damage because he filled in a pothole with cement. And it was a big one, like the size of your table.
And they made him take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that.
It's a shame.
The guy was just trying to help. Immediately makes me think of Ron Swanson when they fill in that little curve. Okay. Last one I have, guys. I mean, I feel like I can't say it anymore. I'm just bringing up all the people that shouldn't be in the state of Wisconsin. Should be in jail. This person, nothing about this situation is funny, but this guy, all he messages me, it says, let me find which one it is. I know it's far out there, but I am from Watoma, Wisconsin. And let me tell you something. Why don't you hop on Google and type in Watoma High School choir teacher? That should be a good one. So I hopped on Google and I typed in what I type in.
Watoma High School choir teacher.
And apparently Josh Barker is an absolute piece of shit. Apparently, this guy is charged with having sexual contact with a student. Apparently, he was seen talking about sex in front of their students, like in class. And the way he was doing these sexual contacts with this one student was through disciplinary actions.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Saw the picture of him. Hopefully, our editor can bring it up. Look at this shithead. Yeah. Choir teacher. Not good.
Oh, boy, no.
Not good. So, Kyle, what do we tell the bad apples that teach? What do we tell them?
Hopefully like prison.
Welcome to jail, buddy, because that's where you're going. I actually think he got charged, so he's in jail. So, thank God he's out of there. All right. That's it for the news. If you guys have any news that you want to send us, our DMs are open. We want to talk about all the good and bad things in the state of Wisconsin, or anywhere else. I mean, we'll talk about anything. So let us know. Again, we're about to hop on into our interview with with Matt Rangel. If you want to follow him at the real Matty R. Make sure to follow him. He's a bartender in Racine area, has a great following. He has a bunch of really relatable stuff for people who like drinking or people that are in the bartender industry. Okay. All right, guys, we are here. We are back. Episode 26. We haven't had a guest in a long time. Very, very happy and very cool to have Matt or Matty Rangel on the pod. I've been following you for a long time from the Wisconsin Clothing Company. We've been friends on that. And then we just slowly started talking about the on the podcast page. And I mean, this just made sense, right, Matt? This just made 1,000%, this made all the sense in the world to be able to sit down, have a beer and chat about your journey on TikTok, the bars, bartending, all that great stuff. So, thank you for joining.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me. I know it's been a while. We've been talking about it, and I love the content, both ways. It's been a really fun journey. You got some of the best swag that I've gotten from any Wisconsin company, bar none. So I appreciate it.
I appreciate that too. As anyone can see, he's wearing our OK One More, which that's literally probably one of the most things I say in the world is OK One More. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's dive right into your journey. Okay, so you started TikTok. How long? To give us kind of the lay of the land of how for school, how'd you end up being a bartender at all the places you are? How did you end up being on TikTok? How'd you end up getting a great following, likes, all that great stuff?
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of not a super odd journey, but a different journey for me. I've been an actor ever since I can remember. Just been doing plays and theater and stuff within the communities. And I decided I didn't go to college right away. I went into the military. I was a plumber in the military for a little while, and then just had factory jobs and manufacturing jobs around town and stuff like that, and never really found my niche of going back to my roots to acting until I turned 25, and then I started acting.
Sure.
And went to college for it. And I spent 5 years in college, just a little bit down the ways at a really good theater school. And the month after I graduated, the pandemic hit. So
sure,
wasn't great timing for me, and everything shut down for a while. I still wasn't on TikTok. I was like, well, it's, I saw it, you couldn't avoid it when quarantine was going on, but I never downloaded it during quarantine. And so I fought through that. I eventually did get an agent. I have an agent out of Chicago at a company called Babes and Bows. So I'm,
cool.
Sort of trying to work on the acting and whatnot, but it's still really hard to get, jobs nowadays. They're looking for more veteran actors that are already established within programs and with companies and stuff like that. So
Sure.
In I think February or March of 2021, I had an idea with a couple of bartender friends. So I had bartended all the way through college to get myself through college, because it's good, quick, fast money. And usually every now and then they're like, we don't care what you can work, just come work. We'll throw money at you. So that's good with a college kid schedule. So I bartended my way through college. And so I had a few friends, and another friend of mine, Josh Lekas, is an extremely talented guy. He went to Second City for a while down in Chicago. He's an amazing drummer. He's one of the funniest guys I've ever met, and just has ideas coming out of his head. But he's a lifelong bartender, and that's what he wants to do. He loves that stuff. And then another friend, Dan Dreckman, who really likes film, and he's also another bartender. So all three of us kind of got together one day, and I was like, I have all these ideas. You have all these ideas, and you have all these ideas. I was like, we got to put them somewhere, And we were talking about YouTube and about, other platforms, and TikTok came up, and they're like, I have no idea what TikTok is. And I was like, I don't know what TikTok is. Let me download it and see. So I downloaded it, and I checked it out for a week and was just scrolling through videos and seeing the lay of the land and stuff. And then I eventually woke up one day and texted my buddy Dan, who I knew was working, and woke up on a Tuesday and was like, hey, I have this idea about dice. Let's record it real quick. And he was like, yeah, it's really slow, so let's go. And so I went to his bar. We recorded this video of him just popping out of nowhere and just saying dice and slamming the dice down. And that was the whole
Sure.
video. It took 30 seconds to upload, and it got like 750,000 views on Facebook and TikTok, and I was hooked ever
That's crazy.
since.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So
But I
little
feel
long
like
journey, but you know.
yeah, but and the thing is especially on social media, everyone's journey is so much different. You know, where like let's be honest, like our business, what we're doing wouldn't be possible without it. You know, for you being able to like be known and then kind of get, and I'm sure like there's been stuff that pops up for you that like maybe even getting a couple gigs or something, whether it's small, medium size or whatever, that's came up because people see you on socials,
Mhm.
right? Like has that helped you? I mean, obviously, you know, I'm just being transparent. You don't really hear of actors from Wisconsin
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
So I'd say you're, we could
Mark
probably fit
Ruffalo,
them
that's
all in a
about
room.
it. Mark
Yeah, we
Ruffalo
could
from
probably fit them.
Kenosha.
Yeah. But anywho, you know, like I said, can you explain, like, has that helped you like get some visibility on that or any way, shape or form?
Yeah, definitely. It's more locally than anything. You know, I'm just below Milwaukee, right there. So
Yep.
there's a lot of people that kind of come up to me. I wouldn't say a lot, but I get recognized like a couple times a week, and I'm
Mhm.
still new to it too. They're like, "Oh, you're that guy from TikTok, and you're the famous kid." I'm like, nope, that's not me. Like, I mean, I got about 70,000 followers, but I
Yep.
definitely do not consider myself famous by any means, but
Hmm.
maybe Milwaukee or Racine famous. Um, but yeah, it's been fun. I've had plenty of companies reach out to me, just a lot of small stuff, doing a couple plugs for them and stuff. Flask app, and there've been a couple companies, liquor companies that have reached out to me. I just got an email right before I jumped on here with you of a tequila company reaching out and saying, "Hey,
Cool.
we're interested in working with you." Probably my favorite story so far though was the Bear on FX. They reached out to possibly use one of my videos in their promo for season 2. We signed all the
Really?
paperwork. Yeah, we signed all the paperwork and like did all the cross the T's and dotted the I's and stuff like that. They ended up not using it, but it was really
Yeah.
fun to like tell my friends like, hey,
Yeah,
like
that's so
the
cool.
Bear,
Like even to be thought of, like that's still
Yeah.
so cool.
So,
Yeah,
but just
I
small
feel
stuff
like
like that.
yeah, and you know, to kind of touch on, you know, where you don't think you're famous, but you know, we're not from. It's like, I guess when I first saw TikTok, I saw anyone who was getting popular, they thought they had to like go to Hollywood or go out, you know. But to be like in Wisconsin, there isn't that many creators that are like huge. You know,
Mhm.
if you say famous, you basically say Charlie Barron's. I mean, outside of that,
Yeah.
like who's, you know, like, you know what I mean? But in Wisconsin, there isn't as many people that are like that. Like
Mhm.
there's a lot of people that have the 40,000 to 100,000 or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
thousand, and you are famous in Wisconsin, 100%. Where I guarantee you go up to a bar up north, they've all seen your videos. I guarantee it, especially, you know, and it's so cool to see like the liquor of these people reaching out because it makes all the sense in the world because you are in a state that heavily drinks. I mean, that's just the way it goes. We all like to drink. And you are an actor and you make great content. So like that's a home run, right?
Yeah, no, it's really fun. And I by no means, I try to be as humble as I possibly can. Sometimes to the fault of my own, but it's been a really fun journey, and I appreciate and love all of the stuff that has come towards me, towards my way, because it is a journey and it is definitely a blessing. I always tell people, a lot of people reach out to me and they're like, how did you do it? Like, what's going on? I'm like, one, I have insanely amazing friends like the two that I talked about, Josh and Dan, that are
Yep.
crazy talented. I think even more talented than I am. that have these ideas, and they don't really care about TikTok. They're not on TikTok. They are just like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I got this idea. And I have a ton of other friends too that are like, well, we don't really want to be on camera, but like we have this funny thing, and I'm like, well, do it
Yeah.
with me. And they're like, no, 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 you do it. You do the thing.
Sure.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
thank you. I appreciate that. So it's a lot of support, from my friends, my family, and the bars that I work at. All the bars that I work at, they supply me with
Which
whatever I
okay,
need.
and which ones do you work at?
Yeah.
Can
So
you say which ones?
it's going to be a list. I do work at 5. So up in Milwaukee, I work at Mobcraft. It's a brewery up there. Got pretty.
Which by the way, yeah, Kyle's pointing at me. We did give it a really bad rating on one of the beers. We did the whole Christmas Mobcraft
Yeah, it was the advent
calendar. I loved the majority of them. There were
Yeah.
a couple that I did not like. But that was like how I think you saw it and you're like, oh, hey man, I worked there. I'm like, oh shit, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And of course that was the video of us trashing a beer.
Yeah,
which
that was the one video I saw of it. Yeah. No, it's
shit.
Mobcraft is. I tell everybody this too. I have some really good friends, the Noffies, that they're uber famous on Untapped because of how many beers they've rated. They hate Mobcraft. They hate Mobcraft, and it's just because it's. I always say Mobcraft is. You can go to any place and get a solid lager. You can get a solid IPA or a solid sour. Mobcraft does things where they're like, let's be weird with this stuff, and sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't. So it's kind of fun, and that gives them the uniqueness of just not being just that regular old run of the mill brewery where you can. It's just okay.
For sure.
It's an okay IPA. So a lot of the stuff are going to be missing.
Now it's so saturated.
Yeah.
The brewery scene's so saturated where everybody's doing it. There's so many where it's like, half the people that probably walk in are going to say, get me the closest thing to a domestic as you possibly can.
Yeah.
And then the other one, then you got probably a quarter of people that are going to say, give me a stout. And then the other quarter that are going to be like, hey, I want something off the wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like that's why not? Make something different. If it's like throwing spaghetti against the wall, if it sticks, it works. If it doesn't, move on to the next, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I love the brewery. The people are my favorite. I get to interact with dogs. We have a beautiful patio out there. So it's
Cool.
It's a great place. The people that I work for are awesome and amazing. Henry, the owner, Marissa, the manager, they're fantastic. But yeah, they got some weird ass beers, which so I usually don't like. Every now and then I'm just like, I try one beer and I'm like, God, this is fucking awful. Please don't bring this back. And they're like, I don't know. Some people really like it.
Yeah. And of course, everyone has different taste buds, but me and Kyle are both Busch Light guys.
Yeah.
Or like Miller Light.
Right
We're very hams, exactly. So whenever we try something that doesn't taste like that, we're like a little hesitant, like, ooh, that doesn't taste like what I drink every single night. It's just like, it reminds me of a TikTok that I see. It's of Shannon Sharp drinking a Mountain Dew, and he's like, "Oh boy!" And it's like Midwesterners when they drink the same beer they've been drinking for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
But cool. Okay, we're getting off tangent. What are the other places you're working at?
So I also work at the Void. It's like an 80s, 90s dive bar downtown in downtown Racine. And then just around the corner from there, I work at a place called Toad Hall. That's more of like an English restaurant style bar.
Sure.
Has a few booths and tables and whatnot, but mainly a bar and whatnot. They have amazing food. The food's fantastic. And then just around that corner, I work at a place, very rarely, but I work at a place, it's called Pub on Wisconsin, and that's more of like a Madison-themed bar. And then they also have another bar that they recently just purchased, which is where I work at more often. It's called Old Milwaukee Pub, and that's a little bit more like uptown in Racine. Those are the 4 places.
So you can just kind of go around there, and if you're bar hopping, there's a good chance they find you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Div. I'm usually downtown more often than not.
Awesome. So obviously you've been creating content on TikTok. Probably most of it's bartender talk. type vibes where you're doing cool stuff where you're either showing off like how big of, and by the way, me and Kyle both were bartenders for a long time. I own a dive bar in Wisconsin, so it's right down the road. So I love the bartender talk because it makes so much sense. You know, when you deal with some customers that are just completely idiotic, and you're like, hey, what the fuck? You know, where especially we worked at a supper club, and so we're you know, you see the ones where, hey, can you make me something that I had last week, but I don't remember that. Like that kind of stuff is so funny. But so I guess obviously you have 70,000 followers. You've been creating content. Do people come to those bars just to find you?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So a lot of the people that do come to the bar to try and find me, they're like really quiet and secretive about it. They're just like, they kind of show up and then they like ask around like, hey, is the guy from TikTok here? So it's kind of weird. And like I said, my schedule's crazy. So like, a lot of the times I'm not there. I'm at the bar across the street or something like that, and they'll be like, "Oh no, he's like over here." But like it is fun when people come and like recognize me and hang out with me. I had a girl on her birthday come and hang out on my shift, and she was like, "I told the guy that I was hanging out with, she was like, I told him that I want to go to this guy's bar on my birthday to see him. That's like a bucket list for me." And I was like, "This is crazy.
Isn't that
like,
crazy?
Why?"
Yeah.
You know?
No, and like we create the top top supper clubs, and we did one for a supper club in Prairie du Chien, and they called me like the week after we did it, and like, yeah, we've had like a bunch of people come here because of you recommending it. And you know, I guess it like never really hit, you know, and it still like gets me in awe when, you know, you obviously see the numbers and the views and people seeing it, but like you don't see like the conversion, you know, a lot or as much. And when you do see it, you're like, oh my God, like obviously you like, oh, you get a video like it's 1 million views, and then you know, and then someone shows up and you're like, oh my God, that's so cool. But you're like, that should happen, right?
Yeah.
You know, so it's just crazy to me, like being a small town kid, seeing people, people like enjoying it. I think that's the biggest thing. And you probably feel that a lot, like how rewarding it is to put the effort into making these videos and to, it's a risk to put your face out there on the internet.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, a lot of people, that's like the biggest leap people can't get over, where they might have, and like you said, they might have all the ideas in the world, but they just do not feel comfortable in front of a camera.
Yeah.
So I think that's like the biggest leap for not for small, but any content creator. But like I said, to put in all the hours of editing and videos, to see how rewarding it can be, it's really awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, you know, we've talked about all the amazing positive things about it, but you know, there are some of that negative stuff that, you know, it's taken me years to get past, you know, the negative comments, and just it's awful sometimes, people who feel the need to just absolutely rip somebody down for something. And you know, with me having the background that I've come from, you know, have been trying to scrape through my entire life as a small town, you know, actor kid. In the beginning, I've taken that really, really to heart, and it kind of took a turn, you know, like a late last year, where a girl I was seeing, you know, kind of made me see that, like, you know, she was like, stop fucking focusing on those assholes, like, quit doing it. Focus on the good people. You don't need to reply to these guys and get your 2 cents in, because that's all they want from you. They want your time and your energy. And it's tough to say that, you know, I got to just let stuff go a lot of the times, you know, with those comments and stuff like that. But like, you have to, you know.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's the bad side of it. But the good side of it is like the stuff you were talking about, like gassing your friends up is huge. It's amazing. Even just stuff like I'll make a fake video talking about, you know, something, and I'll have to like say somebody's name, and I'll say, you know, my buddy Mark's name in the TikTok, and it'll get, you know, like 20,000 views or whatever, and he's like, hey man, were you talking about me? Like, was that mine? And I'm like, yeah, you know, it's fun. So cool. And like t-shirts and stuff like that, you know, hats, like I wear Mobcraft stuff all the time, I wear the Void stuff all the time, Pullman, Wisconsin, you know, the places that I work at. but also like your merch and my buddy that's he's has his own recording company, and there's a city, Root City down in Racine. It's a clothing company that a group of my friends started. They have like a brand that they do that they
Sure.
every now and then they'll give me t-shirts. I'm actually going to pick up
cool.
a brand new salmon hoodie after this interview downtown that I just bought from them,
Really?
and I'll wear that
cool.
stuff in the videos, because I'm like, who gives a shit if I wear an American Eagle t-shirt in my video and it gets 1 million views? My friends
Yeah.
at Root City are
100%.
gonna love it if I wear their Root City shirt and it gets 1 million views,
Yeah.
because there's so many
Yeah.
people. I have this
Love
this from Willie Soul Kitchen. He's a partner with Root City. He has this T-shirt that I absolutely love. It's a Badger T-shirt where it has the Badger inside of Wisconsin, and it's red and white.
Mhm.
I've every time I wear that shirt, everybody freaks out about it, and they're like, "Where did you get
Yeah.
that?" And I'm like, "Go check these
Right.
guys out," and I tag them. It's awesome to be able to do that and to share the wealth. When the bear happened, I actually had to go to it was at Toad Hall that I recorded the video. I had to go there, and they had to sign over like the rights to like the domain rights for whatever the building was or whatever. Like they had to be like, hey, it was okay that he filmed this in here. And they were like freaking out, excited about it too, because it's a
right.
small, they're fine. They make plenty of money. They're, like I said, they have great food, but they they were like, holy shit, we might be on TV. It's really awesome to be able to do that to your friends.
That's so cool.
Corey and Jamie at Toad Hall are some of the most amazing two people that I've ever met in my entire life. I've known them forever.
Sure.
And to be able to go up there and be like, hey man, you're the place that you've owned for 10 plus years, that you've put your blood, sweat, and tears in, might be on TV because of this dumb little video that I made. Like, it's really exciting. And
it's so
rewarding
cool
to do,
though. Yeah. And it's very rewarding for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, and that's the thing about social media is the more, obviously everyone who's on TikTok making videos, their goal is to grow their reach. But the bigger reach you have, the more negativity that gets added to it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, the more people who see it, you're going to have, it's 100% a fact. There's more negative people in the world than there is positive.
Yeah.
That's just like at least in the US, there's no doubt in my mind, there's more negative people than positive. And that's always been a huge part on our retail page that I mean, obviously you could see, I'm just a super positive person at all times. And I feel like people need that in their lives. Because, there's a lot of negative things going on in everyone's lives. So if they could watch a video and smile, all the merrier.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, I think, like I said, I don't want to take up all the time in the world. I appreciate the hell out of you coming on this. We're going to be coming to Racine, Milwaukee area to be filming some content. And I'd love to be able to collab and do some stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll definitely be in touch. Can you, before we're done here, can you say where everyone can find you? On all socials? Yep.
So on Instagram, it's just my name, Matthew.T.Wrangle. And on TikTok, it's The Real Matty R. And online, you can look me up too, Matthew Wrangle, on Facebook and YouTube and whatnot. Most of my stuff are pretty much my name. And then I also have a link tree that you can, if you find me on one spot, you can find me on pretty much anything. So yeah, those are all the basic guys.
Awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
If you're in the Racine area and you like to drink like I do, make sure to try to find Matt. He's bartending at these spots. If he's not bartending, he's probably on the other side having a couple drinks with everyone else. That's so awesome. I appreciate it, man. Hope you have a wonderful day. And we'll definitely stay in touch.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Let me know when you're down in this area. We'll get some beer.
I will. All right, awesome.
All right.
See you, man.
Thanks.
It's been a great episode, been a long episode. A couple things we have: TikToks, ideas, top 5 things to do, summer edition in the state of Wisconsin. Kyle's got me doing top 5 Bloody Mary ingredients, blindly rating Chris Farley movies. Kyle will be doing it. I'm going to be blindly rating these moments, mostly bad. This fucking guy over here. I don't even know what to say. Okay, so that is going to be our thing. Hope you guys all have a wonderful week. We'll see you guys next week. Eventually, we will be going live on our TikTok page. We want you guys to be joining us on Riverside. You could join the lobby. We will be taking people into our show, having them ask us questions or bringing up topics for us to talk about.
Yeehaw.
This show is brought to you by the Wisconsin Clothing Company, unofficially official. Wisconsin Clothing Company. Go check it out. Wisconsin Clothing Company. WisconsinClothingCo.com. Check it out. We have a bunch of clothes made for Wisconsinites by Wisconsinites. All right. That's the show. Appreciate you guys.